Day 3. So today's entry is your favorite book. I can't help but just laugh at this list because the thing says, Day 3, talk about your favorite book. If you don't have one, a magazine. And if not that, then why you don't like to read. What you just assume that because we don't have a favorite book that you don't like to read? That's like asking somebody why they hate Jesus because the Left Behind films aren't their favorite, or why they hate Spielberg because they can't name all the Land Before Time characters. So strange, the wordings of these questions. Anyways, I'm going to try and not take like a zillion minutes in order to record this video, so I apologize if I seem rushed. I do have to leave for class soon, and I don't want to take 1,000 years and have like a 20-minute long video. Yeah, my favorite book. I promise to tell you what it is, but I'm gonna like go off on a small tangent first. I actually have about 1,000 different books that I read, and I am a really big fan of rereading books. So any book that I've enjoyed, I'll read the shit out of it, like 50 times. I can sit down and read a book in one day, just read a book that I like. For example, the Maximum Ride series, I love those books. Although, the final warning, I didn't like it. It's like it went from being about these kids that are genetic mutations to let's stop global warming. It was a weird digression from the main story. Just didn't care for it. But I've read the next 2 books afterwards, and I still have to finish Angel, and I guess there's one more book coming out, and I'll probably buy it once I finish Angel, because, you know, I have all of the other books, and the manga that they're making of it, so I just gotta pay homage, you know? It's like a bad relationship. I don't like it, and I want to leave, but I can't, because they have some of my things, so I just stick around because I can. But I've reread the first 3 books of that series several times. Another series that I really enjoy, and I'm trying to reread the second book, because the whole series actually, because for Christmas I got the last book, but it took forever and a day for that book to be released, so I'm trying to reread the series so that I don't, you know, have no idea what the hell's going on. And that is this. Well, this is book 2 of the Inheritance series with Aragon and Saphira and all them cool dragony peoples. Obviously, as you can see, I've read book 2 is my favorite out of the whole series. I've read it so many times. It's quite obvious. In this particular book, they go back and forth between Aragon and his cousin, I think, whatever his name is, Roran. Yeah, I love Roran's parts. I can read them. I will read the book, reread the book, and I will only read his parts because they're so freaking cool. The dude's awesome. He's no special powers, no cool bloodlines. He's just like, I'm just gonna pop up and be totally amazing. It's alright, don't worry about it. This is all according to plan. I definitely recommend this series. Super good. Also, I like magazines. My favorite American magazines are like the hair magazines. I can't remember. Oh, I think it's American Salon. Love looking at American Salon. I just like hair and makeup magazines in general. Obviously I don't have much going on in this department. Vogue. I really like looking at pictures of people that have a lot going on. My mother is actually a beautician, so throughout all of my life, I've only paid for, I think, 3 haircuts. And that was just because I was in a foreign country or I was too lazy to drive home to have my mom cut or dye my hair. She actually did this fade thing. I don't remember what it's called. Balayage or fade, grown out color. I really like it. But anyways, I definitely have an expansive collection of Japanese magazines. This is by far, I usually collect music magazines because I love my visual K bands. Love Japanese rock. all of the pretty men staring at them. Yeah, pretty men and I hang out. But, oh, there's a scratch in it, but there's a tear. Why? This is my other favorite magazine from Japan called Kara. It's like a Lolita punk rock style fashion. I don't really like, where is he? Not her. Him. Yeah. Yes, it's a man. I don't like him. Face creeps me out. Just look at that. Probably drinks the blood of the innocent. That's my guess. Freaky. But it's a cool magazine. There's punk fashion and stuff in there, and I don't even know if you can see it. But there's also the Lolita fashion, which sometimes I like and sometimes I don't. I'm definitely a fan of H. Naoto. He's my favorite. Love his clothes. Algonquins is really cool too, but I have a couple different dresses from them that I really like. I'm also currently trying to read this book in Japanese. It's just the first of two. It's called Goth. I've seen the movie and I have the manga, but I'm trying to, power through all this Japanese. Is not easy. This is my vocabulary list. Can't really see it, but yeah, there's a shit ton of words that I don't really know, so I just have to write them down and pray to the Jesus that I remember what they are. Usually don't. But it's a good book. It's creepy as all get out, but whatever. I just use my little dictionary. Let me open this up for you. Yeah. See that? I turn it on and I usually in that little box down there, I draw the kanji that I don't really know what it means. Pretty pictures. Lots of squigglies. Oh yeah, I'm also studying Russian by myself. Yeah, я не понимаю. I don't understand Russian. But most currently, back when I was in the womb, I read the Anne Rice books, or at least one of them. I think I read Interview, and I read about the others in the series, and just a few days ago I rewatched Interview with the Vampire, which, oh my gosh, I love that movie. So I went to my nearest Hastings and for $2 bought all of the books. Well, not all of them. I bought Interview, The Vampire Lestat, and Queen of the Damned. Love Queen of the Damned. Great movie. Jonathan Davis, that soundtrack, you, sir. You. But I'm almost done. I put it down one night because it was preventing me from sleeping, and Sleep and I also hang out. I had to put it down, and I haven't had the chance to pick it up and finish it yet, but as you can see, there's a little tiny bit left. And I know that Lestat is the big, he's pretty cool because he's an asshole, and for some reason everybody likes that except for Louis. I love Louis. I'm a sucker for angst. I love angst in any novel. Not emo woe is me angst, but dramatic and torturous and wonderful, just like Louis. Love Louis. And he just destroys Lestat mentally, in his mind, his mental commentary, this whole book. He just is I hate Lestat. I wish he would die a fiery death. And if not, then I'm just gonna go die because screw this. Totally understand. Everybody else is oh, Lestat, and me, he's cool, but Louis is so beautiful. I don't necessarily mean Brad Pitt beautiful, but he is beautiful in that movie too. Total Legends of the Fall gloriousness. I think that Louis' soul is quite nice, and I like his commentary, and I really like his relationship with Claudia. I think that's pretty unique. Personally, I'm running out of time. I have to leave in 3 minutes. My favorite book is, like I said, maybe I said it, I can't remember. I don't have it with me because I'm in the middle of moving to a new apartment, and because I've read it 1,000 times and I didn't anticipate needing it in the future, I packed it up. I have a picture of it online and I'll show you. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it is beat to hell. I don't even think the cover should be on it anymore, but I leave it there because I like the look of, a well-read book. If it's, more destroyed, the better. So yeah, favorite book of all time, Meg, Steve Alton. Brilliant. Love it. I love that book. I've read it, I can't even tell you how many times. When I'm bored or I just need something to occupy my brain and I don't feel like, starting back up another story or jumping into a textbook, I can just open that book to any page and just start reading, and it's just fantastic. Basic synopsis. It's about this older guy who is a marine paleontologist, I believe, and this probably stems from my childhood dream of being a marine biologist, but my grandpa kept telling me I was just going to save the whales when I was older, and that was all I was going to do with my life. It's like, thanks a lot, dream wrecker. I'm not going to save no whales. That dream pretty much went kaput. But it's about this archaeologist, marine archaeologist dude, who used to be a deep-sea submersible pilot. And I think it's like an aquanaut or something, and he saw a big, huge, white nasty down in the Mariana Trench and surfaced too fast, killed his crew on accident, and they were like, you can't pilot anymore because, well, obviously you're psychotic. So he's like, oh, no, I'm not. But, so he dedicates his life to studying prehistoric sharks, the megalodon, hence the name of the book. Through a random turn of events, he ends up going down in the water again after, conquering his fears or something, or like getting over it, more or less. And lo and behold, down in the freaking Mariana Trench, there she be, the megalodon. And they accidentally bring it up to the surface because they're stupid. This giant 60-foot prehistoric great white shark is just running around eating, everything in sight. Excellent book. I can't remember how many stories there are, but there's Meg, The Trench, Primal Waters, and I think Hell's Aquarium was the most recent one to come out. I think there's one more that they're going to bring out, but it's all about the same characters, and the story continues, and I love that the main guy, he just continually gets older and more sour, and he's not he's not like freaking Thor or something, he's not gonna walk out with his shirt off and you're gonna see his 20-pack, okay? He's just an old dude, he's an old professor. What's he gonna do, Seriously. I think he's really relatable. Not that I'm a 50-year-old man, but with a PhD. I like that it's a normal dude who just has everything in his life go wrong, he gets fired, his wife leaves him, giant shark tries to eat him like 20 times. It's just, the guy's kind of had, a shit go at things. Definitely recommend that book. It is phenomenal. You can easily sit down and just read it in one day if you wanted. Definitely recommend Meg by Steve Alton. He has another book that's called The Loch, I believe. It's about the Loch Ness Monster. It was really good, except there's this weird thing where goes back in time or something, and it flips back to old Scotland, and there's some knights and these queens, and I just skipped that part. I wasn't feeling it. I was way too interested in the current section of the book. So it seems like a huge book, but if you just skip half the story, it's really good. Yeah, Steve Alton, please don't kill me. That is pretty much all that I have to say in regards to my favorite book. If you check out those books. It was a lot easier to say what my favorite book was than my favorite band. Reading is good for you. For you!